You will hear a lot from Senate Democrats, from House Democrats about the fact that American health care policy is broken. Well, we know that American health care policy is broken. We've been trying to fix it for the 8 months that we've been in office, but every single thing that they accused about being broken about American health care is policy that Democrats have supported for the past decade. So if they want to talk about how to fix American health care policy, let's do it. The Speaker would love to do it. The Senate Majority Leader would love to do it. Let's work on it together. But let's do it in the context of an open government that's providing essential services to the American people. That's all that we're proposing to do. And the fact that they refuse to do that shows how unreasonable their position is. I think we're headed to a shutdown because the Democrats won't do the right thing. I hope they change their mind, but we're going to see.
To ensure the success of this effort, my plan calls for the creation of a new international oversight body, the Board of Peace, we call it, the Board of Peace, sort of a beautiful name, the Board of Peace, which will be headed, not at my request, believe me, I'm very busy, but we have to make sure this works. The leaders of the Arab world and Israel and everybody involved asked me to do this, so it would be headed by a gentleman known as President Donald J. Trump of the United States. That's what I want, is some extra work to do, but it's so important that I'm willing to do it, and we'll do it right, and we're going to put leaders from other countries on, and leaders that are very distinguished leaders, and we'll have a board, and one of the people that wants to be on the board is the UK former Prime Minister, Tony Blair, good man, very good man, and some others. And they'll be named over the next few days. And it'll be quite the board. Working, everybody wants to be on it now. I don't know if that had anything to do. They named me and everybody else wanted to be on it. I guess they figure, well, he's a soft touch. He'll be easy to deal with. Working with the World Bank and others, it'll be responsible for recruiting and training a new government that will be made up of Palestinians, along with highly qualified experts from all around the world. Hamas and other terrorist factions will play no role in the board, but they'll play no role in the governance of Gaza at all, directly or indirectly. As you know, thousands of years, I think you can probably say, if you really look into it, if you study back, if you're a scholar, you would say thousands of years. Israel would have my full backing to finish the job of destroying the threat of Hamas. But I hope that we're going to have a deal for peace. And if Hamas rejects the deal, which is always possible, they're the only one left. Everyone else has accepted it. But I have a feeling that we're going to have a positive answer. But if not, as you know, Bibi, you'd have our full backing to do what you would have to do. Everyone.
But if Hamas rejects your plan, Mr. President, or if they supposedly accept it and then basically do everything to counter it, then Israel will finish the job by itself. This can be done the easy way, or it can be done the hard way, but it will be done. We prefer the easy way, but it has to be done. All these goals must be achieved because we didn't fight this horrible fight, sacrifice the finest of our young men to have Hamas stay in Gaza and threaten us again and again and again with these horrific massacres.
Yeah, John, absolutely. And what does this tell us? The White House releasing more details to this plan. It means over the past 48 hours, they have been going through these individual points and negotiating, and they are getting closer to what will be the framework of this proposal. And when you look through it, there are a few numbers slightly changed, such as the release of the hostages. The new point number 4 says within 72 hours of Israel publicly accepting the agreement, all hostages alive and deceased will be returned. Also, we have more numbers of what the Israelis will have to give up. This plan states that 250 life sentence Palestinian prisoners plus 1,700 Gazans who were detained after October 7th would be freed. When you go through this, I also look at point number 10, which also stands out to me, and it says a, quote, Trump economic development plan to rebuild and energize Gaza will be created by convening a panel of experts who have helped birth some of the thriving modern miracle cities in the Middle East. This language sounds like it is coming directly from the White House. And again, the president's name is on this plan. He is directly involved in trying to get this ceasefire agreement over the finish line to end the war inside Gaza nearly 2 years in, return those hostages, and finally bring this situation in the Middle East that's been going on for 724 days to a close. John, Jillian?
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And you know I come back with that video just to make you think. And make sure you join the Patrons. If you're not a part of the Patrons, make sure you're hitting the Cash App. Also, go like and follow the TikTok. More videos to come. And we have J.D. Vance on the government shutdown. Yes, guys, we have this drama again. Get your popcorn. Sit back and let it play out. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But we do know one thing. If the government is shutting down, that means they're updating the financial system. And that means the fourth industrial revolution is right on track of what we're expecting. And that's the robots, algorithms, and drones taking the economy over, paying each other with crypto, and the sheep going inside the metaverse. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And we have Trump on Israel. He wants the drums to stop beating. But guys, we can clearly see things are going to be quiet for a little while. And then all of a sudden, the planned Armageddon is going to be starting. We know it's the BRICS versus what's left, because we know they have all the population. All you have to do is look at the Belt and Road. But guys, we know this is all biblical. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And we have EA going private. Yes, guys, a $55 billion deal. And one of the big hands in all this, that's right, Saudi Arabia. And we see them taking over gaming, taking over sports. And why is that, guys? Because they're leading the metaverse. Do not forget that. They are leading the virtual world. And that's what this is all about. You don't have to worry about regulation. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And we have Mary Jane gets a pop off of Trump's video. And guys, we know eventually Mary Jane is about to make a great comeback. Because what are people going to be doing? Sitting at home, getting free money and smoking what? That's right, that's Mary Jane. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now we have Lufthansa, who plans to cut over 4,000 administration jobs by 2030 due to automation. And we just had over 11,000 jobs to be cut by Accenture due to AI. And we know they're going to continue on, keep coming. If you're a part of the Patrons, you know. And then we have Trump sends troops to American cities. And eventually, guys, we know what's going to happen. They're going to say it's too dangerous for the police, the troops, firemen. So therefore, they can bring in RoboCop, Robo-Dogs, and these drones. Guys, we've seen this movie before. Remember, your life is an illusion, and TV is your reality. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
A deal to go private in what is set to be the largest leveraged buyout deal in Wall Street history, led by the Sovereign Wealth Fund of Saudi Arabia. Steve Kovac has more in today's Tech Check. Steve.
Yeah, this is a big one because I really wanted to look, Sarah, into the Saudi Public Investment Fund and all the money it's been spending on gaming as it's been pushing over the years to build a video game juggernaut. It's encompassing everything from the hottest mobile gaming properties to giant esports tournaments out there in Saudi Arabia. Now, the WSJ report that came out on Friday initially about this deal sent shares of Take-Two Interactive and Roblox higher on this idea that there's going to be even more consolidation and M&A in the video game space. And if that's the case, the PIF actually already stands to benefit, as it's been gathering stakes in major gaming companies for some time now. Within that PIF gaming empire, before today's announcement, it already owned nearly 10% of Electronic Arts, which will of course be rolled into its ownership stake in this new deal. It also owns about 6% of Grand Theft Auto maker Take-Two and about 4% of Japanese Nintendo. Plus, it acquired the Pokemon Go game this spring for $3.5 billion and bought the parent company of Monopoly Go, which is a huge mobile game, for almost $5 billion. It's also sponsoring huge esports competitions like the annual Esports World Cup in Riyadh that's been held the last 2 years. And Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman himself is a gamer and a key driver behind all those deals. And David Faber, by the way, reporting this morning, Sarah, the PIF is, of course, going to own a majority of EA after this deal closes, with Affinity and Silver Lake splitting the rest. It also comes amid a slump in the video game industry. Just take a look at EA's annual revenues over the last 5 years, relatively stagnant over the last 3 coming out of the COVID lockdowns. And the stock is up only 56% in that period, lagging behind the S&P, which is up about 100% in the same time. And Electronic Arts is going to be taking on about $20 billion in debt to finance its part of the deal, which could put pressure on the company to keep costs down or add more monetization options to their games to juice growth. Now, this deal is not done yet, Sarah. EA has 45 days, according to David Faber, to solicit other offers before taking this one, guys.
Pot stocks are lighting up this morning after what some are calling an endorsement from the president. Our Brandon Gomez is watching that story. Morning, Brandon.
Hey, Carl. Good morning. Yeah, in a post last night on Truth Social, President Trump shared a video highlighting the health benefits of hemp-derived cannabis oil, or CBD. Now, Tilray, Canopy Growth, Aurora, all jumping double digits. The video said it could, quote, revolutionize senior health care, serving as an alternative to costly prescription drugs. Of course, another area of the president's focus. Now, this isn't Trump's first move in cannabis, though. Back in the 2018 Farm Bill, hemp-derived products like CBD were legalized. And then you had just last month, he hinted his administration would move to reclassify cannabis from a Schedule I drug, which places it alongside drugs like heroin and LSD, to a less dangerous Schedule III, alongside steroids and Tylenol with codeine. Now, that would ease criminal penalties, lift tax burdens on companies, and notably open the pathway to more medical research. Now, one legal expert I spoke with highlighting new HHS standards for, quote, accepted medical use, which acknowledges widespread physician use and, quote, some credible scientific support. That's rather than demanding full FDA-level clinical trial evidence. Of course, that's a step toward welcoming Big Pharma to the table, but still a lengthy process. Nonetheless, the cannabis sector has been volatile. Some stocks halved in value this year, with others gaining over 30%. Right now, though, Carl, investors are clearly buzzing.
Europe's largest aviation group, Lufthansa, says they'll cut 4,000 administrative jobs by 2030. For more, we're joined by our global aviation managing editor, Benedict Camel. Benny, just walk us through the details of this announcement.
Good morning. So Lufthansa announced this morning as part of a capital markets day that the company's holding in Munich. It's the first time in a couple of years that they're really providing a comprehensive update on their longer-term goals. And as part of that, the company said that they want to cut, as you said, these 4,000 administrative jobs. This isn't going to happen overnight. It's over a period of several years. The target is by 2030. And really, it's the backdrop is that the company says we are essentially too complicated, we are too bloated. They want to improve this via measures like automation, generally sort of improving the processes. And this is because the company really has too high a cost base, has really struggled to meet its targets. So the hope is that these cuts will help them get to their new goals.
If Trump wants to normalize militarizing cities, which I disagree with, libs want to normalize crime. That's what's so frightening about this. The contrast to me is it would be laughable if it wasn't with the collateral damage of a totally destroyed city, of that group of like 6 middle-aged women in the sunshine wearing like striped sweaters in probably like the Northwest District of Portland, and it's sunny and everything's awesome. And you juxtapose that imagery with what we show on our networks, which seem to escape all networks in the Portland area, of showing these federal agents being violently attacked ruthlessly and relentlessly.
Going to a different economy. And we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 Kids books, It's Time to Re-Educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing, they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.